What's your deck are you playing? Shaddoll. So we got a Shaddoll mirror for our first match of top four. We are getting started here, folks. This is the Brothers Grimm live stream, live Saturday locals. This is the first stream of the new format, the new October ban list. Pretty cool. We can close down the music now. We're about to get started here. So, hey, there's my YouTube.
Yeah, there it is. It's not getting downloaded though.
It's for
Actually, we can leave it on,
free.
actually.
It's free.
Because it fills the void of silence that's gonna happen.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Huh?
Nah, it's alright. We'll just get started now. That's pretty cool that you have the setup though. Both players are shuffling up, so we got a Shaddoll mirror match. Very interested to see how this match goes. I'm actually a Shaddoll player myself, and to be honest, I do not have that much experience in the mirror match, only because I haven't really been playing. Basically, Hedgehog Search Beast. That's what our player Madison says. Madison, what's your record right now? X1. He's 4-1. Excuse me, 3-1.
Part of team Oversleep, so
Shout out to Team Oversleep. We got Kenny representing. He was actually supposed to go to a regional today. Missed that. He thought catching the Z's was a little better than going to a regional. he's top 4 at catching Z's. That's what he is. All right, so we're getting started here, guys.
still woke up at like 5:30.
Did you really wake up at 5:30 and not go to regional?
My ride left my house at 5:20. I woke up at like 5:40.
Oh
So
wow,
and I couldn't get them to turn around. They were like 30 minutes away.
that's crazy. That's how you 10 minutes away. You're like 10 minutes away. Like that's fucked up. Anyway, but you are here. You're here for a reason. You're actually being made famous right now. The whole world knows you. Famous. We got like 10 viewers, 9 viewers. We had 10 before.
One of them, Evan.
One of them's him.
One of them is nice.
So we got 8 viewers. We got a tie for the dice roll. And we got Kenny going first. Shaddolls versus Shadolls. Kenny is going to go first. He's going to draw his opening 5. Let's see how he opens up. Very interesting mirror match here. I'm really excited to see how this goes. Upstart. So we got 9,000 to 8,000. Madison is up. We got a Shaddoll Fusion, was that? Oh, so the Raiden just milled the Shaddoll Fusion. I didn't see what actually happened there. Yeah, not the best mill. That's the one gripe of playing the Lightsworns build. Sometimes you just mill things you don't want to mill. Madison setting a bunch of cards and passing. He's going to activate Raiden. Kenny's going to activate Raiden. Any response to the effect here? No. Raiden's going to resolve. He's going to mill his 2. Hey, he milled an upstart. He also milled a dragon. He's going to target one of Madison's set back row. How does Madison respond, if any? He's going to chain. Sinister Shadow Games. Let's see what he sends to the graveyard here. Looks like he's going to send a... Still deciding. He's going to send a beast, so he's going to pick up a card from the beast effect. And he chooses not to activate the last effect. Pretty interesting exchange there. We got Kenny specialing a white dragon. He has the option to go into a level 8 or... Oh, it looks like he's going to go into a level 8. Let's see what he chooses here. Kenny's still deciding on the best play to make. Both these players, very experienced players, very familiar with the top 4 settings here at the Brothers Grimms. He's going to go for a Scrap Dragon. White Dragon's going to trigger from the graveyard. He's going to search out his best buddy, Black Dragon. He's targeting himself with the Scrap Dragon. Breakthrough skill. The effect will not resolve. Let's see how Kenny responds here. Looking through his extra deck.
Do I? I turn on mobile. It blinds every stage.
He's going to summon a Lila.
Yeah.
No response. The summon resolves. The Lila's going to activate its effect. It's going to target a set back row. Madison loses an MST. We got a special summon of the Black Dragon. Pretty significant amount of damage on board. Madison have a response to the declared attack. Still deciding on what to do here. Trying to make the best play possible. Looks like the attack will go through. He chooses not to activate the Falco effect. Kenny's going to attack for 28 to Madison's 9,000. That puts Madison at 62 to 8,000. Kenny is up. Kenny, of course, on our left side with a very fancy mat. Who was that on your mat, Kenny?
No idea.
No.
Some girl.
Some lady. She's hot, though. She's sexy. He's going to summon a Lavabo chain in his main phase, too. Goes through. He's going to activate the effect. Let's see what he does here. Oh, we can have some pretty crazy plays. Hey, he looks like he's going to stack his BLS.
Hey, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. That's right. Stacking cards. This puts Madison at on a really short clock here. He really has to respond strongly. He's going to activate the Sinister Shadow games during the end phase.
That's the only reason why you wouldn't activate.
That's the reason why he didn't activate the initial Falco that he had. He wanted to get the summon off the Sinister games. Cool. So 3 cards in hand. Let's see what kind of plays he makes. Also, we know Kenny has that BLS on the top of the deck. He's going to summon the Falco, triggering its effect. He's going to set a beast. Still deciding on what to do here. Trying to search his extra deck for the best out to BLS. He knows it's coming next turn. Kenny's graveyard is fueled and ready for it. He's going to normal the Wyvern. He's going to Synchro 6. Kenny does have 1 back row. Let's see what he goes into. He goes into Goyo. Are we going to see some craziness here?
You champion. Feel like a champion, Joe. Spread your wings like eagle.
So the Eclipse Wyvern goes to graveyard, triggering its effect. He's banishing a Dark Arm Dragon. Very interesting to see a variant with Dark Arm Dragon. A lot of people have dropped Dark Arm Dragon in this deck, Shaddoll's. Very cool to see it again. Let's see what else he has. He's going to special summon his Black Dragon, adding the Dark Arm Dragon to hand. 2 engrave. He's going to crash right into the Lavabo chain. Obviously, his effect is going to trigger. He's going to grab himself a White Dragon. I think we know what's coming here. So, Madison does have 3 in the graveyard. 3 darks in grave. It's still the battle phase, still deciding on what to do. And it looks like he's going to crash into the Scrap Dragon, clearing Kenny's board.
Sure. Wait, though.
Very interesting play, ladies and gentlemen. That was pretty solid. He has the Dark Arm Dragon in hand, so that is his out to the BLS. Madison, of course, at 6,200 life points to Kenny's 8,000. Kenny just dropped the BLS. Kenny looking through his opponent's graveyard. Very interesting match here, folks. 2 very unique builds. 2 very different builds, I should say. BLS is going to attack the face down. Beast is going to activate, drawing him 2 cards and discarding him 1 card. Madison does have 3 darks engraved, so this would mess up his dark count. He has to be wary of that as he chooses what to discard. Then again, triggering a Shaddoll might be very interesting. Ah, he's gonna drop the warning. The warning. So Kenny's gonna attack for another 3K and then 600. So that puts him at 2,400. 26. Where'd you get 26 from? 6 and 3. It's 24. Yep. So 2,400 Madison to Kenny's 8,000. Then Kenny's going to go into a main phase 2 Leo. Very hard to get over. We gotta see how Madison comes through with this. Very, very, very interesting. Very few outs in the game, generally, to Leo, and especially in Shaddolls. In fact, you guys can even argue that Leo is the reason, cards like Leo are the reason why Regeki came back from the ban list. We got an Allure Darkness. Lord Darkness. Deciding on what to banish here. He's going to banish a dragon. Shaddoll Dragon. Madison has a few cards in hand. He has a lot of options he can do. Deciding on what is the most optimal play to get over this Leo. Kenny has 1 card in hand, 1 set back row. So he's going to summon the White Dragon. I believe that puts his dark count at 3 again. Excuse me, it is at 2. Excuse me again, it's at 3.
Oh wait, no, snap. Y'all started.
Kenny's still at 8,000 life points. Hasn't been touched this game so far. He's at 24. Madison at 2,400. Kenny at 26. Looks like Kenny's gonna just set 1.
No. What do I do?
That Leo so powerful. Cannot be targeted except for the controller's main phase 2. Which there are very few cards that I can actually do that. The only one I can think of off the top of my head is Compulse. Basically. Squidmata, now he's just going to play the beatdown game. And 3,100. Do we have a Gores here? No Gores. That's it. Kenny takes game 1. Really great matchup. You saw Kenny really dominate that match. Really thinking about his opponent's outs. And really trying to set up his board to have as few outs for his opponent to deal with as possible. Very smart play. So it's going to be very interesting how both these players side for the mirror match here. Again, we are in top 4 action at the Brothers Grimm tournament. This is the first tournament of the new ban list.
You sent me flying, but I sent you further.
Also, shout outs to Super Smash Bros. Today is my first day actually playing it on the 3DS, of course, and it's fucking godlike. I think I might have to buy the new 3DS. In fact, let's show the stream the 3DS.
Wait, no, I'm actually playing against
So just press start. Oh, you're playing against the stream?
No, I'm playing against him.
Oh. Migo. Oh, damn, you had that many people at your last regional? That's fucking crazy, dude.
Oh, wait, I had it?
Shout outs to everybody still watching. Glad you're enjoying this top 8 matchup.
You know how hard it is to hit?
Gonna be really interested to see how these players side against each other. 2 very skilled players here at the top 4. Shout outs to Davey making people scoop with Dragon Rulers. My favorite deck. And we can see Madison here shuffling up for his game 2 action. Madison, of course, down a game. It's going to be really interesting to see how he comes back from this. Excuse me, there's no scooping on stream.
Oh, yeah.
And very interesting, both players agreeing to side out the Super Polys. Sort of like back in the Dragon Ruler format where both players agreed to side out those dimensional. What's the name of that card? What's the name of the broken Dragon Ruler card? Dimension. Different dimension. Return from a different dimension. Excuse me. Yeah. So pretty modest play by both players. Very noble of them to side out this card. This card, of course, super broken. It's a spell speed 4, which is just unfair and unhealthy for the game. Glad to see it go to 1. I know. Spell speed 4.
Wait, look what I can do. I was not doing it. Oh.
All right, so looks like we're gonna get ready for game 2. We got Kenny Knecthtel playing Shaddolls, taking on Madison Monsolino playing Shaddoll. Whatever, playing Shaddoll. Yeah, well, I'll get it right eventually. You keep topping, I'll get it right. It's gonna set 2 and go. Kenny is up 1 game to nothing. Got a charge of the Light Brigade. Not the best mills in the world. Not the worst mills either. Deciding on what to get here. He's going to pick up one of his Lightsworn monsters. Let's see which one. He's going to grab a Raiden. Very, very impactful card for just Chaos decks in general. Being a level 4 tuner, being able to mill as an ignition effect, which is incredible. The summon resolves, he's going to activate the effect, milling 2. Oh, we see one of the side deck choices. We see a Puppet Plant. Very interesting side deck choice. I actually like it a lot. He's going to swing into the face down card, and Shaddoll Hedgehog is going to activate during the damage step. Madison's going to search himself as Shaddoll Fusion. I think it's the first Shaddoll Fusion we're seeing in this set. So very, very interesting.
I barely fuse this deck, to be honest. This deck's really not fusion.
So, Kenny's going to set 1 and mill 2 for the end phase effect. He's going to mill 2 great cards, and not so great. Not so great. Madison's going to draw for turn. Madison, of course, with that searched out Shaddoll Fusion. Let's see if he uses it this turn.
Oh, that where's the green one?
Madison's still deciding on what to do here. Best course of action here in his game 2 matchup. He's, of course, down 1 game. He's going to activate the Shaddoll Fusion. He's going to send a Beast and a Falco to the graveyard to search himself out a Winda. One of my favorite cards of all time. Seriously, I love this card. He's going to special summon the Falco. And it looks like the Winda's going to get through for an attack. Kenny's going to take 500 life points of damage, and it's going to pass turn. So Madison is up 8,000, 7,500. Kenny draws for turn. Checking his graveyard.
Wait a minute. You don't have it on.
Check screen.
I changed the game because you don't have it right.
Kenny's still deciding on what's the best course of action here. He's going to summon a Raiden. He's going to mill 2. Another interesting tech choice we see. Burst Rebirth. Yeah, it really is bad. Candy still has a handful of cards and still deciding on what to do. Checking his graveyard.
Can you see the stream? Something's wrong with the stream.
I only got 100 pounds on you.
What the fuck?
You go get bread.